for the match game, Hollywood Squares Hour, with, from real people, Bill Rafferty. From Dallas, Vern Fitzgerald. From Search for Tomorrow, Rod Aaron. Marshall Wallace. Marty Cohen. And the stars of the match game, Hollywood Squares Hour, G. Rayburn and John Bowman.
Oh, you're worth every clap.
Bravo, bravo. Bravissimo.
All right. I think it's going to be a wonderful Friday, and we're all going to be glad to get out of here, aren't we?
Audience this time. I can tell it's an excellent comedy
Good
crowd.
audience.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got to tell you something. Wait a minute. He said backstage. Wait a minute.
We'll get
you
that
guys.
fixed in just a
Hold on,
moment.
wait a minute. I'll push it.
A little
Get it.
silly putty.
That's it, fellas. No, yes, there was. He said backstage, look, when I go out, I bet the applause is going to die down. But you were wrong. They applauded for you more than for anybody else. They like him better than they like the rest of you.
We're leaving. That's
sick
enough
crowd.
Gee, thanks, Gene.
I might as well leave. There's no reason.
No, wait, I was only kidding. That's a little joke.
Well,
Do you want us to stay or do you want us to go?
You actors
You
are
go,
too
John.
sensitive.
You know?
Too sensitive.
Really?
Right. Are you feeling okay?
I feel great.
she feels fine.
Yes.
It's a
All
shame
right.
about her body, though.
It is too bad
She
about her
doesn't-
body.
I just hope she doesn't get a chest cold, you know?
Yes. We're going to send her to New Hampshire next year to build her up, some summer camp to do
Yes.
something about her body.
Where'd you go, Bob?
At least she's a good sport and a nice person. To
Yes,
cover,
Thank
she
you,
is.
Mark.
cover for
Right.
being so unattractive.
Right.
She's got a
Let's
great
say hello to our
support
two
too.
players over here. We have Sylvia Olsen and Gary Berberette. Okay.
Don't stutter, Jim.
I want to get acquainted with both of them. So let's find out first about Sylvia. Hi.
Hi. I'm married to Jeff. He's an aspiring author, and we live in Sparks, Nevada with our 4 children, Mercy, Jasmine, Bryson, and Coco. And I work for a local modeling agency.
Here in New York? I mean, here in New York. See where my mind is.
No, in Reno.
In Reno?
Yes.
Oh, Sparks is near Reno.
Yes, right next to it.
I've been through Sparks once or twice when I used to drive up to Wyoming. Well, nice to have you with us, Sylvia. Gary, let's hear about you, please.
Well, Gene, I'm a promotions man. I work for a large cable television station here in Burbank.
Yeah.
I love the beach, and I love to dabble in acting part-time in community theater.
There's no such thing as dabbling in acting.
I give it my best shot.
You give it your best shot. All right. I hope you'll give it your best shot here, too. In the match game, we'll play 3 rounds. The winner will go on to challenge the returning champion on Hollywood Squares for a chance to win up to $30,000. Sylvia won the toss. We'll ask you to go first.
A, please.
All right. We're off and running. Well, we're off. We're off. Big Bertha said. She said, I can't find a bra big enough to fit me. So instead, I wear 2 blanks tied together. I got a good one.
Tell me. What is it?
I can't tell you. It's against the rules. And away we go.
Okay, go away.
All right.
Where'd you go?
Fern.
Yes?
Ready. Go. Sylvia. Big Bertha said I can't find a bra big enough to fit me, so instead I wear 2 blanks tied together.
Bowls.
Bulls.
I guess those kids won't be eating much this
Wait a
week.
minute, hold on a minute.
All I could see was this.
If you get a 2-quart mixing bowl, it would be about so big. It would be terrific. She said bowls.
Bulls.
Not that anybody over here is going to say it.
You never know,
I've got
do
to
you?
ask you anyway, Rod.
All right. Well, it's a lofty concept. Parachutes.
Parachute.
Parachutes?
All right.
You know how I like to inject a little human interest here, and
Yes.
I'm not off, but I never care.
Yes.
I once was on the dating game years ago, and I won a trip to Sparks, Nevada. I swear to God, I did. But I did not go to Sparks, Nevada. Bachelor number 1 went with bachelor number 2. So I'll always think kindly of Sparks.
Always
Now
a bridesmaid, never
Yes,
a
I
bride.
suppose you want an answer now.
I suppose so.
Helmets.
Helmets. Good.
That's good.
Now, wait a minute.
Wait a
Have you ever
minute.
seen a motorcycle helmet? It's about so big, it'd be perfect for Big Bertha. It'd go right. Never mind. Yes.
Well, I'm a very artistic fellow. I'm an opera fan, and I went for hubcaps.
Hubcaps.
That made all the sense in the world, Bill.
Thank you. Thank
Can't
you very
argue
much.
with logic like that.
Thank you.
This made sense.
As long
Just
as,
can't spell.
as long as it wasn't a VW hubcap, you're okay. John?
I don't get
Well,
it.
I had a great answer that I wrote down and crossed out because it was both impossible. They weren't big enough, and it was also too Jewish. Yarmulkes.
Yeah. Then you cross that out, and you put
But I crossed
lampshades.
that out and lit up the room with lampshades,
That's good.
which was equally wrong.
Okay. Here comes the supreme authority.
This isn't any better. Well, now let me explain this.
Nope.
These are cut in half. Beach balls.
Oh, yeah. They're good. There's about so round.
Thank you, friends. Thank you.
Easily have said that beach balls cut in half. It was on the tip of her tongue.
Bowls is what she said, Marty.
Well, I'm so sure that I'm going to get booed for this answer because if it was too ethnic for John, it's too ethnic for me. I said yarmulke. So.
Yarmulke. Ready, Gary?
Ready.
All right, here we go. Barney said, I just figured out why my inflatable girl doll is getting so fat.
Why?
I came home early last night and caught her sucking the air out of a blank. Because you're a wonderful person.
She knew.
Thank you, Gene.
The world loves you.
Want to go to the Encino Arms afterwards?
The Encino Arms. It's you
Brings
and
back
me.
memories.
It sure
The
do.
leg
Encino
there.
in the summers.
Encino, yes.
You have to bring it.
Now that she's abandoned
Yes.
me, it's going to be you and me, baby,
That's
to the
right.
motel in Encino, Saturday night.
He's not
Ready,
kidding.
Gary?
No.
No?
Watch.
Now, you know what these inflatable dolls look like, don't you? You've seen
Yes.
them in magazines and stuff like that. I've never seen one in person, but... Barney said, I just figured out why my inflatable girl doll is getting so fat. I came home early last night and caught her sucking the air out of a blank.
A banana.
This guy doesn't know how to play the game. How'd he get on the show?
I'm shocked.
Something with air in it, Gary.
My bananas are so
Tell him
fat.
something with air in
I'll
it.
tell you something, Gary. It's time for your medication. Vacuum cleaner.
Vacuum cleaner. Anything with air in it. All right.
I like the whole idea of this. It's a visual answer. Just imagine a tire.
A tire. Got air.
My God, I've been cheered. I've been cheered.
You're going to have to start testing them a little earlier, Gene, before you let them in here. You know what I mean?
Right.
But great minds think alike. Marcia and I. Martha.
His close friend
Tires.
Martha.
Martha Washington. You'll see her on a series this week.
Martha Wallace, it's great to have you with us.
His close personal.
Maybe we can break the set and let Gary enter again.
Rod LaRock up there.
This is the definitive answer. Blimp.
Blimp. Got air in it. So far, we had 4 things with air in it and 1 banana. Fern?
I said banana.
Blimp. Blimp is what she said. All right.
The inflatable doll thought she was eating a donut. She sucked the air out of an inner tube.
Inner tube. Okay. There's round 1. 0-0 the score. We're going to go on with round 2 anyway, right after this.
Everybody has a flashlight.
And see your best self in the mirror.
Here we go with round 2. Since the score is tied, she went first last time. Gary, we ask you to go first this time.
I'll try A, please.
All right.
In here, I dropped it.
Certainly can't do any worse with this one than you did. Some people with bad backs like to hang by their ankles, but not Weird Willie. To make his back feel better, he hangs by his blank.
That's funny?
Can't say that.
We're upward.
Ready, Rod? Gary, some people with bad backs like to hang by their ankles, not Weird Willie. To make his back feel better, he hangs by his blank.
Toes?
Why don't we just give her the money now?
Yes.
Toes. See, that would be almost like hanging by your ankles, wouldn't it?
Oh, who asked you?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just an intermediary here. Rod, what do you say?
It rhymes, but I'm no more proud of it than a banana. Nose.
Well, nose is good. Somewhere the opposite of ankles.
Harry doesn't like.
All right.
You got me ruffled. This
Really?
is, she's not here yet, but this is sort of the Jane Kennedy Memorial answer. She'll be out later. Belt?
Belt.
I know.
Hangs by his belt.
I
It's a
agree.
double.
For once, I agree. Go ahead.
Boo.
Go ahead. More. Thank you. I needed
Yes,
that.
I told you in an earlier episode that I went to St. Dominic's of Abuse as a young man, so I put down thumbs.
Hang by your thumbs. That's
Good.
another good one.
Weird Willie, right?
All right. To make his back feel better, he hangs by his...
Gary, I was really sure you were going to say banana on this one.
Uh,
But I didn't. I said ears.
All right. No toes, Gary. Fern,
Did they like ears? Because that's what I said.
you said ears.
I like it better when
Thank you,
say it.
friends.
I think he hangs by his, Mercy, Bryson, Jasmine, and Coco. No, Weird Willie was really weird and into pain. He liked to hang by his chest hairs.
Aha. That's a good one.
Very good.
Now, Sylvia, this is yours.
That's a career in the making.
Here we go. Jacques Cousteau said.
What did he
Jacques
say?
Cousteau said it was easy to go from under the ocean to working in Hollywood. After all, I am used to dealing with blanks.
We have the answer.
You got it.
I lost my little
Okay, Rod?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right, Sylvia. Jacques Cousteau said it was easy to go from under the ocean to working in Hollywood. After all, I am used to dealing with blanks.
Fish.
Fish.
Sylvia, try to stretch a little, okay?
All right.
Stop hanging out with Gary.
Here we go, Ron.
I said man-eating shark.
Shark.
Man-eating sharks.
You understand it now, don't you?
Yes.
Apropos of Jacques Cousteau, I'm certified. I'm certifiable too, but I'm a certified scuba diver. Yes, you
Are
should see
you?
me with my tanks.
Oh, I'd
I
love
have
to
been
see your
down
tanks.
125 feet
Have you really?
and came right back up.
The Jolly Green
Sharks.
Sharks it is. Yes, sir?
Show business agents, sharks.
Sharks. Another shark?
The definitive answer, shark.
There it is.
Jaws.
Right. Word about your agent?
I am used to hanging by my Mercy, Jasmine, Coco, and Bryson. No, of course we said sharks. As
All right. 6 of those. No score. No score. Third and final round after this. We'll score.
The bids get big.
13,000.
The prizes get bigger.
A home in Florida.
On the biggest game show on TV. The Price is Right. Saturday at 10:30.
Can be a happy number 2.
Coming up. Now, since it's still tied and he went first last time, Sylvia, you go first this time.
A, please.
All right. A is what she asked for, and that's what she gets.
Oh.
Little Herbie said.
What did he say?
He said, we're so poor. All my clothes are hand-me-downs from my brother. And little weird Wally said, that's nothing. All my hand-me-downs are from my blank. Here we go. Sylvia. Little Herbie said, we're so poor, all my clothes are hand-me-downs from my brother. And Little Weird Wally said, that's nothing. All my hand-me-downs are from my blank.
Sister.
She said sister. Well, the audience seemed to approve of that one.
I noticed that.
I think maybe we're finally getting a little progress here. If you said sister.
Well, I said banana. No, I didn't. Sister.
And if I didn't say sister, what are you going to do about it? Smack me, huh?
Yeah.
Push me around?
Yeah.
Okay,
You'd
good.
love it.
Sister.
All right.
I was thinking that California connection myself. Sister.
California connection. All right, John.
Now listen, sister, I love tonight.
Take me to your sister. All right. Another one from
I
Fern.
said hand-me-downs from Jasmine and Coco. Sisters.
Sister. All right. The challenge now is to catch up. You can tie it by matching all 6 stars, Gary. Here it is. Andy Granatelli really loves his STP. Every morning he pours it in his blank.
Every morning.
Every morning he pours it in his blank.
Right.
Andy Granatelli. Here we go. Gary. Andy Granatelli really loves his STP. Every morning he pours it in his blank.
His coffee.
That's good, Gary.
Making a comeback. He's making a comeback.
Another comeback.
Gary
Comeback.
finally got one. What do you say?
I say coffee.
I personally, you'd like to have a banana in my coffee.
All right, that's 2.
Fill it to the rim with coffee.
Well, if we end up in a tie, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
And Restaurant D's draw 4, that's coffee.
6-4 the score. Fern.
Oh,
Fern, it's up to you, Fern.
Fern, it's all up to you.
You were doing so well, Fern.
I'm sorry,
You were
Gary.
doing so
That's
well.
okay.
Cereals! Philadelphia wins the game. Go on down. Right on this spot, if you would, please. I'll get to you in a moment. Gary, it was a pleasure to meet you, and we're going to send a lot of gifts to you from the match game. Gary Berberette, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, time now to switch to Hollywood Squares. Here comes the rest of our set. We'll bring on 3 more celebrities. John and I will trade places. And we've got lots more excitement coming your way. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
A member of our studio audience will receive Whirlpool's No Frost French door refrigerator with bottom freezer. Offers spacious shelf capacity, generous fresh food compartment, porcelain on steel interior, and no fingerprint doors, furnished by Whirlpool. And now it's time for more of the match game. Hollywood Squares, Power, Win, from One Day at a Time, Michael Lembeck. From Dukes of Hazzard, Sorrel Book. Jane Kennedy. And taking over the star of the Hollywood Squares, John Bowman.
All right, we'll be right back to play Hollywood Squares. Come with us.
All this week.
Good morning.
Have breakfast with Buzzer. Weekday mornings starting at 9. It's the most important TV of the day.
Hold the applause down here. People are sleeping.
Buzzer salutes Shriners Hospitals for Children, providing life-changing care for children in need.
And now, John Bowman at the Hollywood Squares.
Hey, Mercy, Bryson, Jasmine, and Coco. Mama made it through match game into Hollywood Squares. And we have 3 new celebrities. Jane Kennedy.
Hello, how are you?
Sorrel Book. And Michael Lembeck.
Hello, John. Hello, everybody. Good Friday to you all.
Jane Kennedy.
Yes.
You have a series of records and a general program called Love Your Body. Is that correct?
Yes, I have the 2 albums, one intermediate, one advanced, and a video, and a syndicated radio show on exercise. It's very good.
Love Your Body.
Yeah,
We'll love her body.
We certainly love her
Let's
body.
go play Hollywood Squares while we're not in trouble. We will reintroduce ourselves to our defending champ. Her name is Bethany Bardin. She was a Spec 4 yesterday. She may soon be a Spec 5. She won 5 and has a total of $6,075. That was a fun day.
Sure was.
Any thoughts about what you might do with that kind of money?
No.
Probably don't want to think about it until you're through.
Right. And I'm not.
Well, it was a thought.
They have some ideas from over there, but you may not be through yet because you're going to play Hollywood Squares at least one more time. Whoever's ahead at the Time's Up bell goes on to play Supermatch, and that can be worth up to 30,000 smackaroos. First game is worth $100, $25 for every square. Bethany, start us off.
Marcia, please.
Miss Wallace.
Mr. Bauman.
Can your eyes become sunburned, or are they protected by your tears?
Oh, no. I think you can scorch them suckers. They get awfully sore. Oh, you mean actually burned, though. You mean burned as in red? Do I get added info on this? Probably not.
No, that's about it.
If you ramble enough, sometimes an inspiration comes.
Not this time.
Not this time.
No.
You know, they are protected by your tears. They can get awfully sore, but they can't get burned. Yes, they can. That's what I like. A woman with conviction. Yes,
She says-
can get burned. Yes, they can.
Marcia,
I got you.
it's rubbing off on me. Definitively has said that they are protected by your tears.
No,
They-
I changed my
Oh,
mind
you changed it
again. I
back
changed
again.
it back.
Okay,
They
sorry.
can be burned.
She says they can become sunburned. Agree or disagree, Bethany?
I agree.
They can get sunburned. You're right to agree. Thank you so much. You get the square, and you're off to a good start. Sylvia, your move. Pick a star for an O.
Jane, please.
Jane Kennedy. A Parisian woman is deeply involved in le footing.
Le footing.
Right.
Spell it.
F-O-T-T-ing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Is she jogging or painting her toenails?
Le footing.
Oui.
Well, it sounds like it's something of an American adaptation. And since we started that whole thing, I think we started it here in the States with jogging. Let's say it's jogging. Le footing.
Agree or disagree, Sylvia?
I disagree.
It is jogging. You should have agreed with Jane. Good for you, Jane, but not so good for Sylvia. Her opponent gets that square. Bethany. your
Marty to
move.
win, please.
Feisty Cohen for the first game. Marty, according to a University of California study,
Yes.
who's more likely to suffer from a heart attack? A pig who jogs?
Is it kosher?
Doesn't even have to be French. Or a pig who just rolls around in the mud?
There's a guy who sits in an office and thinks of these questions.
And gets paid.
A pig who jogs or a pig who rolls around the mud. Which one is more likely to suffer from a heart attack?
Right.
Neither. They don't suffer, they die fast. Oh. I would say that the pig that rolls around in the mud is more likely to suffer a heart attack because it gets no exercise, makes a little hog of itself.
Agree or disagree, Bethany, for the first game?
I'll disagree.
More likely to suffer from a heart attack? A pig who just rolls around in the mud. You should have agreed with Marty, and your
I know
opponent
these
gets that
things.
square and blocks you.
Oh, Bethany.
Sylvia, new life for you. You almost had a heart attack on that question, but you're still in the game. Pick a star for an O.
Jean, please.
Mr. Rayburn.
Yes, sir.
In the Soviet Union, can you go to the store and buy dog food? Or is there no such thing?
I haven't been there. And just on general principle, I'm not going because I don't want to give them any American dollars and help their balance of trade. That's the way I feel about it.
All right.
Next question. No, I don't know. They have so much trouble getting hard goods and foodstuffs, and there are long lines for people to buy food to eat. I would think it would be impossible to get dog food.
Agree or disagree, Sylvia?
I agree.
There is no such thing. Yes, it is impossible to get dog food. You're right to agree. You get the square. Well done. We have a 50-50 game. It is more than so-so. We'll be back to find out its conclusion after this.
Stay tuned for more of the Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour.
I've never seen a pillow that didn't look like a pillow.
Life gives me peace of mind. For $1 a day, I've got up to $500,000 in coverage. Visit JennyLife.com to get a policy in minutes.
Now back to John Bauman and the Hollywood Square.
XXO. Oh. Just figuring out the game. It's your move, Bethany. You are playing X. Pick a star.
Fern de Block, please.
All right. You missed this one. The challenger
Thanks.
wins the first
Have a little
game.
faith in me, John. You
Just
missed this one.
Don't look to your left, Fern. You'll be okay. What's longer, the number of years... Oh, good. You're on Dallas. This is good for you.
Oh, good.
What is longer, the number of years J.R. Ewing has been on TV or the lifespan of a louse?
Well, I'm 31.
The lifespan of a louse. Well, I hope that it's JR, even though JR is a louse. So it's really the same thing, but I'm going to go with JR.
Okay. She says J.R. Ewing has been on TV longer number of years than a louse lives. Agree or disagree, Bethany? To block.
I agree.
It is the time J.R. Ewing has been on TV. Yes. Rather complicated wording, but you're right to agree. You get the square. You do block. The average louse lives just 1 month.
Oh, I was dying to know that.
1 month.
Sylvia, your move.
Sorrel to block, please.
Okay. Sorrel.
The
Other
average
way.
louse lives only a month.
The other sorrel, guys.
What?
There's something unusual in that your square wasn't flashing. That's all.
Oh.
There we go. Stop flashing now, sorrel. There is something unusual in the ground underneath Beverly Hills High School.
Yeah.
Is it oil? Or is that where the founder of Beverly Hills is buried?
Well, you know, I passed there. In fact, I looked down on there from a building where my doctor has his office. And I see an oil well, or something that looks like an oil well. May not be an oil well, by the way. But
So you think it's...
But I do think it's oil then.
He thinks there's
Best
oil.
I have, I saw no mausoleum.
He thinks there's oil underneath Beverly Hills High School. Do you think so, to block?
I disagree.
There is oil underneath Beverly Hills High School. You should have agreed with Sorrel. Your opponent gets a square and wins the first game. So, there is oil beneath Beverly Hills High School. The rich get richer, and that applies to you, Bethany Barden. You
That's
have $200 so far, $50 for your opponent, but we've got plenty of time. Sweep the X's and O's off of the board. We will move on to a $200 game, and you get to start, Mrs. Olson.
Marcia, please.
Marcia Wallace. Which is a better exercise for your middle back, Marcia?
I have a great back, by the way. It's my best feature, unfortunately.
You have nice shoulders.
It is.
But which is a better exercise for your middle back? Is it making love or bowling?
You do both about the same frequency, don't you?
Well, now let me see. I have a trophy
Can you answer this before you kill Marty?
for bowling. That bowling is real good for you, hon.
She says,
Well, the other is too. Very good.
but you're saying bowling is better
Bowling
exercise
for
for
the
your middle
middle
back.
back.
Right. Agree or disagree, Sylvia?
I disagree.
Making love is better exercise for your middle back. Marcia, you just didn't know, I guess, huh?
I told you, bowling's my specialty.
She got the first square. Your move, Bethany, for an X.
Jean, please.
Gene Rayburn.
Yes.
You're a dentist, and you're treating your first beaver.
Really?
When he opens his mouth, what color will his front teeth be? White, black, or orange?
I suppose, well, black will rule out right away. Orange is a possibility because of the sap, the moisture in the trees. White, he doesn't see his periodontist often enough, so they can't be white. I'd say yellow or orange or whatever that was. Orange.
You guys are trying to be that logical about a beaver and a dentist.
Yeah.
He says that the beaver has orange teeth. Agree or disagree, Bethany?
I agree.
A beaver has orange teeth. You're perfectly... He reasoned it out. Perfectly right to agree. You get the square. Mrs. Olson, your move for an O.
Bill, please.
Okay, Bill Rafferty.
Bill. Just Bill.
Their nicknames are Corky and Sissy. Are they Donnie and Marie Osmond? Or Vice President George Bush and his wife?
Oh, I guess when they want to get out on a Friday night for a fling, they like to loosen up a little bit, so I'm going to go with the Vice President and his wife. Vice President Corky Sissy.
He says Vice President Corky Bush and Sissy Bush. Agree or disagree, Sylvia?
I'll agree.
Their nicknames are Corky and Sissy. They are Donnie and Marie. You should have disagreed with Bill. Your opponent gets that square. Golly, we're in the middle of a $200 game, and we're going to be right back to finish it after these messages. Don't miss it.
Buzzer's Black Friday Frenzy, tomorrow night starting at 8 on Buzzer.
For 30 titles for the perfect gift this holiday season. Order today and save 25%.
$250 for the champ, $75 for the challenger, but it's a $200 game, and we got plenty of time. So nothing is decided. Bethany Barden, your move.
Marty, please.
Mr. Cohen.
Yes, sir.
What kind of canoe is easier to maneuver? What kind of canoe is easier to maneuver? One with a flat bottom? One with a flat bottom or a round bottom?
I don't know. What kind of a canoe is easier to maneuver?
Yeah.
The flat bottom canoe will, because I majored in boatyology.
But didn't graduate.
I had a minor in one oar in the water, and no, the flat bottom boat is not maneuverable because it'll just float around like a little duck in your bathtub. But the round bottom boat you can guide.
He says round bottom canoe is easier to maneuver. Agree or disagree?
I agree.
A round bottom canoe is easier to maneuver. You are right to agree. You get the square. Sylvia, pick a star.
I'll take Michael to block, please.
All right.
I'm ready.
You missed this one. It's a pretty big lead for Bethany.
Okay, then.
Michael Lembeck, according to the New York Department of Health, more New Yorkers are bitten by dogs than by anything else. But who inflicts the second highest number of bites?
Mayor Kutch.
Is it squirrels or people?
I don't believe these questions. Did you say New York or Manhattan?
We understand each other. That's important.
The second leading bite thing.
And it's all of New York.
Bite thing. I abstain from this question.
It's either squirrels or people.
Squirrels or people? I'm going to say people. Because squirrels could have diseases, and we'd hear about that. I'll say people.
To block, agree or disagree?
I'll agree.
Second highest number of bites? People.
Yeah.
Right, to agree. You get the square, you do block. I love New York. I haven't had a bite in weeks, right? That's what the guy says in Central Park. So I bit him. Bethany, your move.
Fern to win, please.
She couldn't block you there.
Fern to win.
No pressure, Fern.
Fern Fitzgerald, do people in prison really make license plates? Or is that a myth?
Marty, didn't you tell me that you were making license plates? They definitely make license plates. Oh, yes, they do a lot of things. They write Marty's jokes, and they make license plates. Touche, my dear, touche.
I have a feeling we're lucky it's Friday. Bethany, she says people in prison really do make license plates. Agree or disagree for the game?
I agree.
People in prison really do make license plates, and you really do get the square, and you really do win the game. Good for you. In the midst of all the shenanigans, you managed to complete the game, and you got a pretty big lead. $500 to $100, but there's still time. Clear the board, move on to the next game. It's worth $300. If we keep it moving, we got a shot. Sylvia, pick a star.
Marcia, please.
Marcia Wallace.
Yeah.
According to the book, How to Clean Everything, will your bra fit better if you iron it after every washing? Or should you just put it on wrinkled?
She don't wear one.
Why? Gene.
What?
How do you
Where's
know?
my fan? Well, iron your bra after every washing or just put it on wrinkled?
Yeah. Will it fit better?
Well, in my case, ironing would fit better. But
I thought those were natural wrinkles.
I think you know that ironing, that's heat. It's not good. I never liked him. Put it on wrinkled because you don't need all that heat on. It's not good for them threads.
So you should just put it on wrinkled. Agree or disagree, Sylvia?
I agree.
You should just put it on wrinkled. You're right to agree, and you get the first square of this game. Where would you like to place an X, Spec 4?
Gene, please.
Gene Rayburn.
Gene who? Is he here? Yes.
Gene, you play tennis with friends almost every day.
Right.
Sure.
But you've just found out that you're pregnant. To the technical explanation of this one.
Right. The racket,
I wasn't around anyway.
Now, should you stop? Should you stop immediately, or can you just keep on swinging?
You mean I'm in my first month?
Yeah, you just found out that you're pregnant.
Yes. Well, there is no reason to stop unless you're really an inept player and you're apt to not protect your body with the racket and get hit by the tennis ball, and that would be that would be the only dangerous part of it. But as far as the exercise is concerned, it's good for you in the early part of the pregnancy. Sooner or later, you have to stop.
He says you can just keep on swinging. Agree or disagree?
I agree.
You can just keep on swinging. You're right to agree, and you get the square. Time is up. She has done it once again, second day in a row. Got too far ahead for you. $525. Bethany Barton. Congratulations. And she has made her way over to join Gene Rayburn. Gets set for a shot at the big money once again. Sylvia? You did pretty well. She's a good champ. She's a good player. You let her get a little bit too far ahead, but you are leaving here with $125. Thanks for playing Match Game Hollywood Squares.
Thank you. It's been really fun.
Gene?
Okay, John. Well, here we are. Bethany, it's her second day. We'll be back with her and the stars and to go with the big money right after this. I think it'd be...
Go. Concentrate. Let's take a look at two more parts of our puzzle. Here's the puzzle. Ready to play?
You might be thinking,
Not included. Must be 18 years or older to order.
And now, here to play the super match is Gene Rayburn.
Here we go. This is our second day up here. She knows it's possible to win up to $30,000, and we all wish her well, don't we?
Yes.
All right, let's see a member of the United States Armed Forces win some money here.
Spec 4, Spec 4.
Certainly costs us enough taxpayers enough to keep them in uniform, doesn't it? All right, here we go. We polled an audience not too long ago and said, write down your best answer to this. X blank. If you give us the answer they wrote down most often, it's $1,000. For the second, $500. For the third, $250. Now, any three of the stars can offer some assistance. If you look them over, those who have a bright look in their eyes are the ones who have answers. Those who look glazed and are hiding their eyes.
Those with orange teeth are beavers.
Right.
John, please.
X-ray.
X-ray.
Ray.
All right.
Oh, wait, I changed my mind.
Okay, Marcia.
X marks the spot.
Oh, you
X
look
marks
at
the spot.
Okay.
You want Marty?
I'm going to go with Fern this time.
Sure, Marty doesn't know anything. X-rated.
X-rated.
That's what I was going to say.
Which Marty is.
But they've X-rated. X marks the spot and X-ray.
You may have saved your
You
career.
choose one of those, or if you think there's a better one than that, you'll say that.
I don't know. The audience went with rated, so I'll go with rated.
You've influenced her audience. Hold everything.
A cheap and tawdry audience.
If she blows the money, it's your fault.
True.
If she loses the money, it's your fault because she was influenced by your applause. Now we'll find out. Let's go down to the bottom there and reveal the $250 response. X-ray is John's answer. All right, you've got one of their three. The $500 response says X marks the spot. You got two of the three there. It looks good for you, and you too, audience. Here we go. X-rated. Got it. There's your $1,000.
You didn't go for a
Now it's time for you to play the head-to-head match with any star of your choosing. And after you've made your decision, the star will reveal the hidden number. And we'll multiply your $1,000 by whatever number is revealed. It'll be a 10, a 20, or a 30. In any case, you know, it's still pretty good. But we do hope you get the 30. We haven't had one in quite a while. Now pick a 30.
Any 30.
John, again, please.
John, she thinks you have the 30. Ready,
hope
set,
to be 30.
go. 30!
Don't blow it now, John.
Don't be nervous, John.
Yeah.
You're not nervous. She says, him, me. No, nobody's nervous. Good luck to you. Here we go. Air blank. A-I-R blank. No help from the audience. If we hear an answer, we got to throw it out and do it all over again. Air blank. A-I-R. Bethany, John is ready. You collect the $30,000 by matching him.
Conditioner.
You don't like that one, huh? Well, I don't know. Air conditioner is one. There may be something better. I have one in my mind. I don't know whether it's better or not, but it all depends on John. If he says air conditioner, then there's nothing better, is there? Okay, John.
There were so many good ones that I felt for you, this one was probably better than any, so I said Air Force.
Air Force.
I think you're right.
Airplane is another possibility.
There are a million of them.
Yeah.
Even Air Supply, which
air pollution,
Air Raid, which ran through my mind.
Well, there's some outstanding and universal ones. Yeah.
Forgive Divine.
Well, listen, it hasn't been a total loss for you so far. 2 days here, $7,600. That's not bad, Bethany. And you're still a champ, remember? And you're coming back tomorrow. We'll be back with our champ and the stars right after this.
Stay tuned to get this luxurious designer pan free.
That's 1-800-681-6802. Call now.
All right. Now, we've already revealed who had the big number, but the one thing John and I would like to do is to thank the stars for giving us a splendid week. We love you all, and you will all be back here another time. Well, not everybody. Not everybody. We were not going to draw lots exactly. No, you'll all be back. Thank you very much, and we'll see you on Monday. Right, Bethany?
I will be here.
Gene Rayburn inviting you to join us on Monday.
John Bauman saying so long for the match game, Hollywood Squares there. See you then.
A member of our studio audience will receive this KitchenAid mixer with attachments, can handle most every task, from a single egg white to kneading yeast doughs. It's a complete food preparer furnished by KitchenAid. This is Gene Wood speaking for the match game, Hollywood Squares Hour. A Mark Goodson television production.